common seal of Bennett Argyle and Simpson Limited was hereunto affixed in the presence of... Lord Bennett, may I have your autograph?
It's a technical point, but the chairman is non-executive. I think the managing director should sign. After all, Swanson, borrowing £3 million was your idea.
Very well. What's a signature between friends? I see they don't trust me to sign on my own. They want an accomplice, the company secretary. It's your turn, Foster. You sign here.
What about prison? Do I commit a crime if I continue to carry out this man's orders?
If £200,000 are missing, the police won't come looking for you. They want your managing director.
But am I guilty of a crime?
If you know Swanson is stealing and you're still writing out the checks, yes.
Can you go to the police for me now?
You haven't enough evidence.
Well, what can I do then?
You could resign.
I don't cheat, and I don't run away. Old-fashioned virtues now, I'm afraid. Then there's this. This is part of an order placed with us in the First World War by a Russian jeweller before the Revolution.
But the jeweller disappeared.
Oh, we assume so. We had a big export trade in those days. The vaults are full, here and in Liverpool.
But of Germans like this?
Yes. This is the property of the person who paid the deposit.
English law or Russian?
Neither, Mr. Maine. International reputation.
If Swanson is selling stuff that's been in the vaults 50 years at today's prices, the shareholders should be very pleased.
This is worth over £25,000. I have to invoice it to him for £900, the old price.
It's morally wrong, but not a crime.
Are you sure, Mr. Maine? Seems criminal to me.
Well, he could be sued for misfeasance, forced to account for his profit, but your other directors would have to bring the action.
They'd never do that. They need him too much. Before Swanson came, our shares had been at 8 shillings for years. They're now 19. In 6 months, all due to Swanson.
What about your chairman, Lord Bennett, is it?
He's been taken in like the rest. He's getting on.
Tell your auditors, Mr. Foster.
He just changed to a new firm nominated by Swanson. After 92 years, it's graceful.
Thank you, madam. Would you like to pay over there, please? Thank you.
Well, Sheila.
Something
There you go. Stop being so melodramatic.
It's just, I don't like anyone knowing.
We're going into town on our half day. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Then
except-
start behaving like a normal human being.
I've made a note of the appointment, Mrs. Carson. Thank you, madam.
You can do this 2 ways. A quiet, informal meeting with your chairman, or a fanfare of discords arranged for daily newspapers.
I'd rather not have a public fuss. Wouldn't seem right.
I'm an expensive solicitor, Mr. Foster. I need expensive help. Accountants, counsel, investigators. You'll be buying a lot of expensive time.
How much, Mr. Maine?
£5,000, maybe more. And I need to speak for at least 10% of your shareholders to have a chance.
The late still as if we don't get ours moving. Good day, then.
Good meeting, Swanson. Lots of things happening, all profitable. I seem to do little but practice my signature.
Buy a new fountain pen and take the credit. All statements signed by the chairman, Lord Bennett.
Yes, I suppose the title still has its uses, and the press are used to me by now.
There is one matter. Foster.
What about him?
You agreed to Neville Bond here replacing him as company secretary?
Well, Foster has been with us a very long time, you know, longer than I have. He's very loyal.
A sentiment is no substitute for good management, I'm sure you'd agree. And you buy loyalty with a gold watch.
He can continue as chief cashier, I hope.
There's no problem there. I see inkwells, but not as company secretary. I must have the right men in the right places.
I'm glad I'm not one of your generation, Swanson.
I'll see that you don't go hungry, Lord Bennett.
Can you think of any other shareholders besides yourselves? Mr. Maine said he wanted to represent at least 10%.
All t'others are in their right minds. You count yourself lucky you got us to put up 500 apiece to start your investigation, and no guarantee of value.
I've done the arithmetic. The shares are worth at least 10 times the present price, most of which goes into Swanson's own pocket.
And with my backing, you'll put it all in mine, eh?
He's stealing.
So I'm paying for your principles.
I think this is important.
Well, what happens now?
Yes, I know, Sue, but I'm still at lunch. Sorry.
I'm asking as a friend, Barbara.
You don't have friends? Just people who owe you favors and you're collecting. Well, it was a rotten lunch, but what can Hardacre Trust do for you?
What do you know about Richard Swanson?
He bought control of a defunct company about 4 years ago for twopence a share, put a few properties into it and a lot of hard work. Last time I looked, the shares were 4 and 6.
I know that. But in the cloistered atmosphere of London's cathedral city, what's the word on him? The press say he's golden boy.
Yes, well, we're not usually dazzled by the headlines, you know, but this time the press are right. Boy's good.
Is he a member of the club yet? Will you lend him a fortune?
This is a merchant bank, not a lucky dip.
Oh, come on, Baba. I know how much money changes hands because you say it's okay.
I don't let my chairman hear you. No, Bennett plus Swanson is the attraction here. The Swanson's record is impressive but short.
What about Swanson's method?
Ruthless, selfish. 2 towns on the road to success. What's your interest?
Whether his real address is a crossroads called Larceny. Shareholders I act for want me to meet Lord Bennett, ask some questions.
And you want to use our name?
Well, if there's anything seriously wrong, you'd want to know, wouldn't you?
Now, these are delicate matters.
I'll walk on tiptoe.
Do you realize the risks you'll be running?
Oh, Bennett's a very able company chairman, a professional at it. He'll treat me carefully.
I wouldn't be too sure. He's lost a few directorships recently, mainly due to age. He badly needs a victory, and he thinks Swanson's got the baton in his knapsack. Money's important, too.
Poor old soul, down to his last 4 Bentleys. Anyway, what can Bennett do to me?
Just don't upset him, that's all.
So I'll treat him like Dresden.
David. He carries weight with the institutions. They have shares in Bennett Argyle, and they've lent over $7 million.
And that's what it's all about. My clients have shares, too. I'm looking after them.
All right, David. But be very careful. No noise and no fuss.
My best churchyard manner, midnight with cloak.
Do stop worrying, Sheila. We're not doing anything wrong. We're merely going to talk to a solicitor's clerk.
We should let things be.
He's threatening murder and mayhem. I'm not going to sit still and wait for it to happen. I want to know what the law says about it.
You exaggerate. Spending money with solicitors won't affect my father. We should ignore him.
Will you hurry up? It's not a crime, and I'm not going to be blackmailed.
I've already made a start. Ask Mr. Bulmer to come in, will you, please? But I guarantee no results. At most, we may be discovered enough to show it's worthwhile going on.
I understand. So did the other shareholders. Is there anything else you want me to do?
This is Mr. Bulmer, specialist in this field. He'll help in collection of the evidence. As an expert. Before he joined me, he was 20 years with the fraud squad.
I read the file. I know what wanted.
This isn't going to be easy for you, Mr. Foster. We want copies of every invoice, every delivery note, every cheque over £100. Photostats of stock ledgers covering all valuables in your vaults. We have to see a copy of every memo Swanson signs. And you don't let anyone know you're extracting this information, you could be sacked on the spot.
I've been to see the accountants. Counsel is available whenever we want him.
This will take a long time.
Well, you said it was urgent. Now the urgency's up to you.
It will mean staying late every night.
We need the ammunition. You're the only one with the key to the armory.
The others are bound to notice. They set their watches by me.
Sidney, play Mr. Foster the classical arrangements from your yard days, will
Will
you?
you come this way, Mr. Foster? Then we can make a start.
I'm sure you can set your mind at ease, Mr. Foster.
Thank you.
Henry Castleton's just phoned. A series of council meetings at the Law Society followed by a conference. And can I fix a time for him to see you?
But appointments with his own partner? How formal can you get? We'll be dressing for morning coffee next.
I have to go out, Mr. Foster. Can you possibly see by 4:30?
Not a hope. Tax conference in 20 minutes.
Money, 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 damn it.
Well, can't Peter handle it?
He's down to the Bailey on that manslaughter.
Give me the papers.
No file yet. An aggressive lady telephoned out of the blue for an appointment.
Oh, aggressive ladies come out in scones and cream for Sarah. You'll see her, won't you, love?
What exactly am I supposed to say?
Look, smile sweetly, get the facts, tell her Mr. Bulmer will write.
Will you come this way, please? I'm Sarah Courtney. I'm afraid that Mr. Bulmer has been called out of the office, but I can take the preliminary statements, and he can advise you after he's studied them. have the facts, please?
I'm Henrietta Carson. This is Sheila Smith.
And which of you is the client?
I suppose you are, Sheila.
Say both of us.
Both of us.
Both.
Both.
Address?
I gave it to the receptionist.
Oh, yes, of course. You live together.
Yes.
Occupations.
I'm the head buyer for the sportswear department of our local store. Miss Smith works on the cosmetic counter.
I don't know if this is material, but how old are you?
I'm 29. Sheila's...
Nearly 18.
Yes.
I was expecting to see Mr. Bulmer. I was recommended to him. I made my appointment with him. This matter is highly confidential.
Everything in this office is confidential, Mrs. Carson.
I see. Well, we want to know our rights, that's all.
In regard to what?
We're two women living in a male world. What rights do we have?
In what respect? You'll have to be more specific, I'm afraid.
We're living together. Do we have the same rights as other people?
Well, I'm sure you do. But Mr. Bulmer will want to know the precise problem.
My father is threatening trouble for Henrietta and I. We want to know what we can legally do to stop him.
Miss Courtney.
Yes. Excuse me a minute, please. Good afternoon, Mr. Castleton.
I want a room to use for half an hour and a secretary with shorthand.
I'm seeing clients for Mr. Maine, I'm afraid.
Not advising them, I trust.
Mr. Bulmer's room is free.
Oh, send a typist in and get my daughter on the phone, would you? She's at the Leeds office.
Very well, Mr. Castleton. But may I suggest you use the dictating machine? Could you get me Margaret Castleton in Leeds, please? All the secretaries are rather busy at the moment.
Miss Courtney, I'm too set in my ways to start talking to inanimate objects. I'll wait until a proper secretary is free.
Miss Castleton, I have a call for you.
Thank you. Margaret, I want you to get on to Howard's of Ilkley. Tell them I checked the market today in London, and they should sell. And talk to Leslie Carter. The conference is fixed for tomorrow at 12:30. Mm-hmm. Yes, but be tactful. Taylor Brownlow's the biggest client we have.
I don't call that a substantial shareholding.
I also represent Hardacre Trust. I have an annual retainer.
I don't believe you. They're one of our largest shareholders. Get me the chairman of Hardacre Trust. I think you're lying, Maine, because I'm a director of Hardacre's. Until last year, I was its deputy chairman. And if they'd authorized any investigation into the affairs of this company, I would have been the first to know. Basil, how are you? I have a young solicitor here called Maine, David Maine. What do you know about him? Did you instruct him to make an investigation into my company? I thought as much. No, I'll ring you back. Thank you, Basil. Your credentials are fraudulent. You better have a very good reason for lying your way into here. What is it?
I have a legitimate inquiry from shareholders who are very worried about the commercial tactics being used by Richard Swanson.
It doesn't surprise me. Swanson warned me when he joined us that some people would resent his methods and their success.
First, he is using confidential information acquired as managing director to line his own pocket.
Who doesn't? The world isn't populated exclusively by priests.
Second, he's using company money for his own purposes.
Fraudulently?
Only an investigation will answer that.
Muckraking based on hearsay, to which I will not be party.
Then I hope you're prepared for the consequences.
Do you presume to threaten me, man? Who are you? Where do you come from? What right have you to walk in here and make these wild and vicious accusations against a respected and able man?
I'm a lawyer. Client paid me a fee.
I suspect that there's a bigger reason. And it is a takeover bid. You can tell your principals nothing doing. The directors are solidly behind Swanson. And no smear campaign will halt our progress or pull down our share price. And I personally will crush anyone who tries it on.
I'm asking you very simply to institute a quiet, private inquiry as to the truth of my allegations.
But how long do you think that Swanson would remain with this company if there was any inquiry, private or public? Swanson deserves a medal for what he's done. The share price has more than doubled. We have the confidence of the city. And we could be the leading share on the stock exchange this year.
Then an investigation will leave him snow white. That's all my clients want.
Well, if that is all, they can accept my assurance that their fears are without foundation.
And you do not propose to investigate?
Correct.
At least look into my evidence.
I wouldn't dignify it with a word. Evidence. I picked Swanson. Not for his family or his public school, but because of his character, his drive, his record, his persistence. And I've been proved right. After 50 years of stagnation, we are now on our way to the top.
Lord Bennett, if my clients are right, Swanson's going to wreck this company and its shareholders. Do you want that on your conscience?
Any investigation would cause a crisis of confidence, a run on the share price, the very thing that you want.
I want a quiet, private inquiry into serious allegations.
With the full backing of the board of directors, the whole city would know in 10 minutes. You're a fool, man.
There leaves me no alternative. A loud noise at the annual general meeting.
You made a very stupid mistake, man, coming here to warn me. Every solicitor needs clients. Or when I've finished, you won't have any. You'll be lucky to find a job licking stamps.
You told Lord Bennett that we thought his managing director was a thief.
Not true.
Lord Bennett's not a liar.
I said certain matters called for investigation.
You betrayed a trust, David. And now I'm speaking personally.
I never mentioned your name, Roger.
You didn't have to. I recommended you to do our legal work, remember?
I've repaid that favor. Look at the record.
The chairman's making a formal complaint to the Law Society.
What's it got to do with them?
Professional misconduct. Total misrepresentation of your instructions.
Ridiculous. This is standard procedure for obtaining information.
You really do sit up and beg for it, don't you, David?
Oh, for God's sake! Bennett's a blind, bloody old fool who's gone over the edge. Swanson doubles his money for him overnight and he's frightened paralytic in case the roof of the gold mine falls in.
Who's behind you in this?
A private client who's worked for Bennett Argyle since he left school.
You should be more selective in your clientele.
A client, a fee, a job. I merely act on instructions.
Well, I have instructions too, David, from my board. Our business association is to end immediately.
I got a lead on that necklace. Jeweller here in Liverpool. I'm going to see him this afternoon.
I hate this business. More ammunition from the local office. I can't take it much longer. It's against everything I believe in. I can't get it into my head. You've got to do something wrong to put something right.
Well, I'll see if we've got enough to act on yet.
Crispin and the others want to see me tonight. I don't know what about.
The share price, I should think. It was 27 shillings in the paper this morning.
I hope that's all it is.
You don't mean you want Foster to leave the firm altogether?
There's no need to be mean when you sack a man. And this is my idea. The company funds won't suffer.
If you say so. I put down a resolution for the next meeting. Vote of confidence in the managing director.
There's no need for that. I can answer Maine's accusation to let there be an investigation.
No, categorically, the city doesn't like inquiries.
Well, I don't like unspecified accusations.
Maine will be too busy trying to rescue himself to be bothered about ruining somebody else.
Oh? Who have you been speaking to?
His sources of work, labor, finance, accommodation.
You haven't wasted time.
Roger Lamb of Hardacre Trust is a director of Maine's bankers.
And the squeeze is personal.
Maine has a branch in Leeds. I made a few phone calls to some of our suppliers in the area. They will do what is necessary.
Leeds United.
Then there's Maine's office lease. I'm a director of the property company that owns the building. He'll be getting a call shortly. His rent is due for review.
I almost feel sorry for him.
And Simpson has arranged for his insurers to give him a bit of a jolt. This company is my life. It's going back to the top of the tree.
Poor old Maine.
I'll buy you dinner tonight.
Why?
You've lived on coffee for a week. Or do you want the real reason?
I don't think I know about reason anymore. I know about instinct. I don't think I trust that either.
Well, trust your secretary just for tonight. No binding contracts, remember?
Dog days?
Nights.
How's Lord Radchester? In a monastery.
How's Edie Semple?
Abroad.
Agreed.
Look, Sarah, I'm not a monk. I want you, but when my powers are unimpaired.
Why the hell do you have to be so bloody... so bloody?
Mrs. Carson, Miss Smith, my name's Bulwer. Would you come in, please?
Oh, Miss Courtney, I was expecting a letter from Jones Baker about an auction of industrial land at Leeds. Have you seen it?
Mr. Simpson, one of the partners, rang to apologize. They have instructions to pass the matter to other solicitors.
Are you sure?
I'll get him back on the phone if you like.
Oh, no. Don't bother.
I've looked into the law, and I can assure you that you're not committing any crime.
We know that.
Nor is this a civil matter for which you could be sued.
Her father. What about her father?
But in different circumstances, he could do nothing. But Miss Smith is underage. And she could be made a ward of court.
What if I object?
You can't object. Anybody can go to the law court, fill in a form, pay the fee, and the person named, provided they're underage, immediately become subject to the court's orders.
Then what?
The court decide all important matters as if it were a parent or guardian.
How could that affect us?
Mr. Smith will tell his side of the story. I think the judge would order you to part.
Why?
Your association would be considered undesirable for a ward of court.
And if I refuse to comply with the order?
Prison, I'm afraid.
I thought this was a free country.
You would go to prison for contempt of court, failing to obey the court's order.
Words.
The judge would let you out when you purged your contempt. Now, another thing. You live in a bachelor flatlet. Now, those flats are intended for one occupant only. Now, what happens if Miss Smith's father tells the housing officer about you?
Is that a crime, too?
I think you'd be asked to move.
But hundreds of people share those flats.
If a formal complaint were made, he'd have to ask you to leave. And if you didn't, he'd have to turn you both out.
What about the Rent Acts?
They don't apply to councils.
So, I can lose my home and go to jail. What next?
Jobs. Now, you're head of a section and you work in the same store.
Yes?
It only needs one specific complaint. A progressive personnel officer might say that it had no bearing on your work, but a conservative director might take the view that it was bad for discipline, a bad example, and ask you to leave.
Just like that.
I don't make the laws. I translate them for others, an interpreter.
And there's no remedy. We can lose home, job, and go to jail, and yet you tell us we're breaking no law?
You could put it that way.
How would you put it, Mr. Interpreter? Your secretary told us we had the same rights as everybody else, and yet the law won't do anything to help us?
Everyone's acting within the law.
At least in South Africa they warn you. And I was told you were one of those rare men with compassion, a little understanding.
I can do nothing, and the law can't help because the law hasn't been broken.
Will you go and see her father? Tell him we're breaking no law.
If you think it would help.
Well, listen.
What's the alternative?
Move away now, before the storm breaks. Another job, another flat.
Well, they'll never find us then.
Spend the rest of our lives running away?
I know how you feel. All right. It's a last resort, but I'll go and see him if you want me to.
Afternoon, Foster. You always seem to be working lunch hours these days.
Just a few copies, things from the vaults.
Mr. Swanson is very thorough. That's what I like to see. Make a second copy for me, will you?
Yes, sir, of course.
Yes. I'll give you an answer in 24 hours. Sorry, David. Put the barricades up now, would you please, sir? David, I've been asked to see you again
To tell me I've upset some important people. I know they've already put the boot in.
Well, this is just a beginning. David, the stakes are very high. This is a game you shouldn't have joined. Now, I'm a director of several companies that you act for. You have a retainer.
I give good service and value.
So do other lawyers. Ones who don't kick against the traces.
Swanson's got his hand in the till. I'm going to chop it off.
David, you're up against the city now. The city protects its own. Swanson's a member. You're not.
What about the justice of it?
Oh, forget the moralities. Money doesn't have any. Now, look, David. You act for clients who think Swanson's doing it all wrong. They have a few £1,000s at stake. I represent people who've put millions into Swanson's care.
What if I don't choose to see it your way?
Well, not mine. Theirs. But either way, you can't expect the fruits of friendship, can you?
Define friends.
Well, you could call your bankers friends.
And where do British Provincial fit into this?
You get a lot of your conveyancing and probate work from them.
And they want to use somebody else.
But they've lent Swanson some of the millions. They own a lot of the shares. If anything goes wrong with him, they stand to lose a lot of money. Now, do you want to upset one of your best clients?
What about integrity, Roger?
They respect it. But not at the price of bankruptcy. If they lose a fortune because of your professional conscience, don't expect them to say thank you.
This is a Third Reich all over again, with bullion instead of Hitler. I can stop it, you know, using the law.
Oh, if only it could be resolved as simply as that.
That's what the law's for, a set of rules and a referee.
This game's being played on the terraces, David. Now listen. If it gets into the newspapers that Swanson's being investigated, millions will be knocked off the share price. At the end of a week, fortunes will be lost.
My clients own that company and its assets. That's what being a shareholder means. Somebody's stealing their property and they're entitled to redress.
Your clients put money into Bennett Argyle to make a profit. The shares have trebled. Now, why don't they sell? It'd solve all their problems and yours.
Because Swanson's a robber.
Well, you stop trying to prove it, David. Otherwise, you're going to end up in little pieces all over the floor.
Anyway, what's it to you? This is private.
Your daughter asked my help.
I'm her father.
And try to understand.
You think I'm stupid or something? I understand, all right. That bloody woman, Carson.
What do you hope to gain by making trouble?
Break her bloody neck, that's what she needs.
Violence won't help. Let them sort it out for themselves.
Look, I'm not having my daughter a public spectacle. Everyone knows.
Then let it alone. Now, she's very unhappy.
Oh, yeah, what about me? Yeah. What about me? What have I done to get this after all these years?
No one need know.
Yeah, bloody likely. Lawyers, solicitors. Never in my family before. Look, somebody's got to put a stop to it. It's dirty.
That line of talk won't help.
But it has got to be stopped.
You'll never stop it. You'll only make things worse.
Oh, you don't bloody preach. We don't need your help, mister. This is a family business. Me and my daughter. If she's got anything to say, she can say it to my face. Now, you can tell her that from me.
And you're determined
Right's
to go
right,
on
and I'm
making
doing
all...
what's right. Now, face to face, you tell her that.
Margaret, you must have misunderstood. They've been our clients for 20 years. They wouldn't leave us now. Give me the phone number. Thank you.
Arnold Foster has served this company faithfully and well for check up the number of years, and I can honestly say he will be sadly missed. I cannot recommend him too highly. This reference is given in confidence and without any liability on our part, yours, etc. Type that up for Lord Bennett. He's leaving the office in 10 minutes, so move.
Problems? They're not my problems. They're not yours. Go and see Maine. If you're concerned about it, I'll come with you.
Yes, but...
No
look,
buts.
if we...
It's not your carpet.
Hmm?
Well, stop wearing it out. Whatever it is.
Did he say how long he'd been?
For the third time, no.
Just warned David there's going to be trouble over that Smith affair.
Can't be as worrying as the other things going on in this office.
Could be worse. David, I must see you. I've got...
What the hell have you been playing at, David?
A man called Foster walked in here and charged his managing director with larceny.
If that's the only reason, you must be out of your mind. I've already had Taylor Brownlee tell me I should get no more work, and 3 other company clients. And who's Foster?
Cashier at Bennett Argyle and Simpson.
A bookkeeper.
A client.
And you've stirred all this up on the unsupported ravings of some minor employee.
Paid me £3,000.
I've lost twice that sum today with 2 telephone calls. Now, get rid of him, David. We can't afford him.
Henry, you're not a partner in this office.
And you think that makes a difference? The Leeds office is involved. And your share of this year's profits will be a damn great loss if you don't drop this case.
I've got problems, too. The big pressure's been applied to me. If I give in, I acknowledge I can be steamrolled even when I'm right. And what price future profits then?
I've lost Howards of Ilkley, Leslie Carter, Fabrics, British Provincial Trustee Department, all in 1 week. And at the Law Society, there is talk of an example being made in disciplinary proceedings.
For God's sake, why?
Quote, these sort of tactics give the profession a bad name.
Oh, this is too much! The judge and jury have ordered a hangman. When was the trial?
Drop this case, David.
I can't.
Spent the last 40 years building myself up a practice in Leeds. A good business and a good reputation. I can't afford to lose either. I won't sit quiet while my best clients leave. Waiting to sack my staff one by one, wondering when my financial resources are going to run out.
It's not as bad as that, not if we fight.
You have all your professional life ahead of you. You can afford to take this sort of risk. I can't. I won't.
I'm sorry, Henry. It's gone beyond that now. If I drop it, we're both finished. We've one chance. Win this case.
Nothing and nobody beats the sort of opposition that you're up against. So one of us must be realistic. Unless you notify me in writing by the end of this week that you've decided to drop this case, I shall serve notice of the dissolution of the partnership, Castleton and Maine.
We'll make it neat and tidy and sign it Brutus.
Your 4 o'clock appointment's been cancelled. Will you please phone the Law Society? The Secretary of Professional Purposes wants you, and it's very urgent.
I'll get him in a minute.
The cashier's also asked me to remind you about our professional negligence policy.
Send them a check.
There's a renewal form to be signed. It's a question of a certificate that there are no pending claims.
So?
They've raised the premium.
Sounds like Bennett's jukebox. You gotta hand it to him. He tries.
I'm sorry to worry you at a time like this, but I think I may have made a bit of a mess.
Oh, can it wait, Sidney?
No.
What else?
Foster's here, said he must see you right away.
Bring him in and stay. Can you cancel whatever you're doing tonight? I'm getting frightened of the dark.
Let me do talking.
Who are you?
10,000 Bennett Argyle shares. Name's Crispin.
Oh, yes. Well, what's the problem?
Bloody solicitors.
Hey, you didn't come 200 miles to scratch my back.
3 months ago, my shares was worth shillings. When I counted them up yesterday, the total came to £25,000, and you proved that the man who's mining it for me is a cheat and a robber.
That's what you signed up for?
Well, I've signed off. I sold the lot this morning, and so did the others.
What about you?
I haven't had a proper night's sleep since this started. The doctor says my heart's none too good.
What have you decided?
I gave in my notice half an hour ago. I've been offered a new job.
Mr. Foster phoned me about it. I did some checking. It was fixed. Almost certainly by our friend.
Can't be right. My new employers are very respectable people.
You've been bought off, Mr. Foster.
Nothing like that. I was given a bonus, yes. It is just a parting present. I've made the cheque over to you, so you can take the rest of your fees.
I'll add something to it for your trouble, Maine.
Tips are for waiters. Interesting signature, Sidney.
You don't make it easy for a man, do you?
Look, I've lost half my clients because of this case. My partner's throwing me out of the best legal practice in Leeds.
No, I'm sorry
My
about
only
that.
hope, faint and optimistic, but the only one, is to carry on and prove my case to the hilt.
And what are your instructions, Mr. Foster? You're still my client.
Not any longer, Mr. Maine. I want you to drop the case.
Just like that.
I'm sorry if I've caused you trouble. I
No,
know
it's
I
no
didn't.
use crying. I've said my bit. Said I'm sorry.
I'll send you the rest of your money. Goodbye, Mr. Foster. Well, Sidney, now all we need is a client.
Where have you been?
Walking. Pavements were empty and wet. I saw myself in one of those concave shop windows. It looked as if I was lying down. So did my reflection in the puddles in the road.
Are you going to keep me in suspense all day? Is that the time?
Too many people have been kicking me from too many different directions. I decided to get up off the ground.
And what did you use as a lever?
Reggie Gordon, my stockbroker. I got him out of bed at his club and he's gone off like a good little boy to buy me some shares in Bennett Argyle.
David, you're mad. You're throwing your money away.
Now, there's the thing. If lawyers occasionally put their wallets where their mouths are, then maybe we wouldn't...
How many shares and why?
Just change the name on the Foster file. Make it David Maine.
Can you do that professionally?
And kind if I'm a shareholder. And Foster didn't care much when I rang him this morning. Do what you like with the evidence, he said.
And what are you going to do about it?
Find an honest man. Don't be late at the office.
One more week should do it. When the shares reach 60 shillings, we're home. No one can raise a finger. We're covered from every angle. Do you think we dare announce at the annual general meeting that next year's profits will be doubled?
Why don't you take a nice long rest, David? They tell me paranoia is curable.
It's a sound commercial proposition. You can answer yes or no.
All right, tell me all about it.
Well, I thought I could blunder in, present my evidence, and see the villain safely off to jail. But the villain has too much protection.
I'm under orders, David, direct and explicit, lawful orders, and I'm going to obey them.
My evidence is now watertight, but who takes over? A vacuum at the head of Bennett Argyle will be worse than the old regime. It's a good company, but it needs a good manager.
Got one, Swanson.
He's a crook. The danger to the company lies in Swanson's staying.
If you're right, which no one accepts.
So far, he hasn't had time to do much harm. But if confidence is to remain, if the share price isn't to drop through the floor, There must be someone as good to take his place.
Now you're talking if you could influence events.
Yeah, when I can and I will. Bennett started this, not me, but he forgot one thing. If you put your opponent in a position where all he can do is fight, you never know who's going to get hurt.
Your clients really get value for money, don't they?
I'm acting for myself. Swanson bought off my clients.
I can't touch it, David, and you know it.
Now, look, Barbara, I'm not asking you to challenge Swanson, but if he goes, and you are offered the post of managing director of Bennett, Argyle and Simpson, will you accept?
I'm not asking you, girlie, I'm telling you. Don't you see it's for your own good? Answer me, girlie.
What do you want me to say? Goodbye, I'm going away and you'll never see me again.
Don't you come the high and mighty madam with me.
I don't know what you mean.
I've led honest life, clean life. But what you're doing is...
What? What am I doing, Father?
Filth. Dirty filth.
Oh, you're drunk.
Yeah. Hey, you mind your tongue.
I can smell it.
But don't you speak to me like that.
You lie and you lecture me on my morals.
I said don't speak to me like that. Look, what you're doing is dirty and you're my daughter.
Which gives you some sort of right to ruin my life.
Now, steady, girlie, steady. Look,
I am going, Father.
you know what I am doing is for the best.
I don't know that. You don't know that. God knows. No one else.
You can leave God out of this.
How can I? I mean, he's my father also, isn't he? That's what you taught me on your knee. He made my body. My filthy body! Does that make you feel better? Do you feel more like a man? Oh, if my mother were alive, she'd be proud of you!
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh, Dad. You bastard!
Shut up!
I'm your daughter. Oh, but I've offended you. The trouble with you is your pride. It's all you...
David, Mrs. Carson's been waiting half an hour. Apparently Miss Smith's been badly beaten up.
You, David May.
Yes?
I'm Henrietta Carson. I want to talk to you.
My secretary, Miss Cornick, will make an appointment.
Now, Mr. Maine, this won't wait.
Come into my office. Sydney, sit in on this, will you?
No.
This is my office. Your case is being handled by Mr. Bulmer. If you've anything to say, you can say it in front of him or not at all.
Miss Sheila Smith's in hospital and it's Bulmer's fault.
Go on.
She went to see her father and her father beat her up. They don't know if she'll walk again.
Sorry to hear this, Mrs. Carson.
I don't want your masculine pity. What are you going to do about it?
In law, for you?
Yes, in law. Your precious law. I had a lecture about it from him.
Roger Lamb, for you, urgent.
Tell him I'm busy.
You told me we could lose everything and do nothing about it because no law had been broken. Well, a law's been broken now. You must be very pleased.
Mr. Bulmer went to see Smith to try to persuade him to cause no further pain to his daughter. He is not responsible for Smith's action.
If he hadn't seen Sheila's father...
Mr. Bulmer only carried out your instructions. The alternative was to do nothing.
Are you or are you not going to act? Because if you're not, I'm going to kill him. I mean it, I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I'll kill him.
We'll do all we can to help, but forget about vengeance.
We do no harm. We live quietly together. They say we have the best legal system in the world. How can it let things like this happen?
I can't answer that. They say the same things about God and Vietnam.
John.
Glad you were able to come, Roger.
Oh, I never say no to free manzanilla.
Make the most of it today.
Me? Why today in particular?
Well, you don't want to go on forever, do you? I'd like to drop a hint to the shareholders this afternoon.
I don't think I quite understand you, Richard.
You acknowledged change when you asked me to come in. There are stages. The public ought to be shown the next step.
A palace revolution with me to purse. You're not big enough for that, Richard, not yet.
Oh, your job's only part of the price. Salvage comes high.
And pirates swing from the end of a rope.
Who invited you?
I did, Arthur. I think that you should hear what he has to say.
At 3:30 this afternoon, your shareholders will be attending their annual general meeting. I thought you might like advance warning of what I have to tell them.
I made myself quite plain the last time we met, man.
But you overplayed your hand, Lord Bennett. I now have nothing to lose.
All right, come on, then. Let's get the pantomime over, and then the adults can do some work.
Trouble with you, Swanson, is ignorance and vanity. We're all gullible children except you. Well, now's the time for teacher to do some listening. Gentlemen, I have here documented proof of a number of criminal offences committed by your managing director.
Pieces of paper. Whether any action is taken on them is a matter entirely for the board, not for you to decide, and I have their full support, including the chairman.
Well, not even your chairman will want to suppress the evidence I have here.
You get rid of me, Maine, and this company is finished. It'll not only revert to its former state, if the loans I've negotiated are called in, it will probably go broke.
At least you'll go to jail.
And a lot of people will be ruined. Who benefits from that?
You have defrauded this company of £200,000.
Where's your proof, man?
3 paid checks passed through the company account, total £201,000. Recipients, 3 companies, all owned by Richard Swanson.
Legitimate trading loans.
None of these companies has ever traded, according to a return made to the company's office by the secretary, Mrs. Swanson. And the registered office, Swanson's home.
I've had enough of this. I knew about those loans.
Yes, I was going to ask you why you can't assign those particular checks.
It was a perfectly normal loan, man. It was temporary only, while Swanson sorted out his bank borrowing to buy our shares.
You mean you knew the purpose of these checks, Arthur?
Of course I did.
And you presumably know it is an offence for a company to lend money for the purchase of its own shares.
Technicality, broken a dozen times a day.
By a chairman for his managing director to support their private share dealings.
The money has been repaid.
Not according to my information. And as there's a winding up petition against all 3 companies, very little prospect of repayment. They have no money and no assets.
Richard, but you told me...
Yes, and you believe me. Look, I can't stay here all day. I have a large body of shareholders waiting to applaud profit, not morality.
Then there's jewellery from your vaults.
Bought and paid for?
He paid £3,137 for it. Here's the invoice to prove how honest your managing director is. And here's the sales slip when he sold it to a jeweller in Liverpool for £80,000.
Is this true, Swanson?
What are you all looking so bloody holy about? How do you think you pull a company out of the mire? By using the Boy Scout manual? Of course it's true. But how many of you want to go back to the old days, living in the past?
I haven't finished yet. 1 forged share certificate for 7,000 shares.
That is not a forgery. That's signed by Lord Bennett and Foster, the company secretary.
How do you know which share certificate I'm referring to?
You know as well as I do, it's impossible to check precisely the exact number of shares in issue at any one moment.
Difficult, but not impossible. And I took the time and trouble. Finally, you bought off your company's secretary, Foster, with a cheque for £5,000. Here it is.
That was a bonus for a long-service employee.
In which case, you should not have used a personal cheque. And now to your chairman, Lord Bennett. I charge you only with greed. But your mentality is that of a mafia hatchet man. You tried to ruin me and my practice using cesspool methods. Well, I bear grudges, Lord Bennett. When I've finished, they'll say your name in the city and spit.
David, I think that's enough. I'll take over from now.
Yes, well, you'll need this. And you better use it, all of it. Because if I don't hear from you by 3 o'clock that you've fired your managing director and that your chairman has resigned, I shall take the originals of those documents to the fraud squad. And that's a chance I'm praying for.
you.